Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. In this particular video, we are going to do something solid. सिर्फ बातें और सिर्फ ज्ञान नहीं दूंगा मैं आपको इस पेपर को सॉल्व करके भी दिखाऊंगा और आपको बताऊंगा कि जो हम ट्रिक्स आपको बताते हैं वो किस तरीके से आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा काम आने वाली है इस पर्टिकुलर एग्जामिनेशन में। दो चीज़ें मैं क्लाट एस्पिरेंट्स को हमेशा कहता हूँ। सबसे पहली चीज़ मैं ये कहता हूँ कि देखो यार, न्यूज़पेपर इज़ द ओनली मटेरियल दैट यू हैव दैट यू शुड रियली रिलाई ऑन। न्यूज़पेपर में आने वाली थीम्स क्लाट के पेपर में मल्टीपल सेक्शंस में अपने आप रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाती हैं। इन न्यूज़पेपर यू डोंट हैव टू मग अप एवरीथिंग, बट येस, इफ यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ समरी आउट ऑफ एडिटोरियल दैट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू अ लॉट। फॉर इंस्टेंस, इन दिस पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल दैट इज बिफोर अस, justice delayed is justice denied is one of the themes that is being discussed here. And secondly, that what they are discussing is that the poor status of access to justice in India. Now, access to justice in India under Article 39A is already there in the newspapers. Whenever you see NALSA, that is National Legal Service Authority, and whenever you see Supreme Court Legal Service Authority, their appointments and all of that. And on this, you will find a lot of editorials in the newspaper also, where it will be telling you that the tribal population, the forest dwellers, being aggrieved by the law, being aggrieved by the amendments introduced in the Forest Conservation Act, Environment Protection Act for that matter, they are unable to access the judicial systems. However, in this, the author has used a very different type of analogy to tell you all of that. But before we even begin to read the passage, we can see the source. We can see that it is from a magazine, the Frontline magazine. I have downloaded this particular paper from College Dunia website. I do not endorse College Dunia in any format. And in this particular passage, we have to find the answers. So it is a big one passage. It's not a small passage. It's a big passage. The moment I look into this particular length of the passage, I know that it is going to be a time-taking task. Now, the second thing that you should check is that how much time do I need to invest in this particular passage? Not more than 5 minutes. Not more than 5 minutes. You have to solve this particular passage within 5 minutes. So if you are going to read it slowly from the start and then going to make sense out of this particular passage, it is going to consume a lot of time. So we are smart. We are not going to do that. In CLAT, it's a game of tricks. It's a game of tricks and not a game of knowledge. So we'll try to understand first the question. And so first we'll look at the question number 7, which is talking about what is ideally the central theme of this particular passage. And in this, first thing that we see that practice of untouchability is there. Imagination of justice for the rich and the poor is vastly different. Now, something is related to justice here. Addressing the judge's strength and caseload management does not affect the performance of the judicial system. Protecting the livelihood of traditional taxi drivers is contrary to the goals of ease of doing business. All right, so we know that there are different directions being discussed. Taxi drivers, judges' strength, a number of judges in the court, what is the imagination of justice for poor and rich, and the practice of untouchability. So there are 4 different areas which is being discussed in this particular question that we need to check while reading the passage. What does the author mean by docket excluded in the second paragraph? So the moment we see second paragraph, we know that okay, second question is in the second paragraph. So we'll read the second paragraph very slowly. And what it is talking about, the poor do not have access to the justice system. Courts do not list bail petitions of poor under trial. The poor reject the judicial system as being alien to their language and logic. The rich are excluded from the country's prisons, which are mostly populated by the poor. All right, so question number 8 is talking about this. Question number 9 is talking about the words that best describes the experience of different segments of the people with the justice system as described in the third paragraph. So we'll find, okay, third paragraph is having the third question of this passage. Which of the following statement is the author most likely to agree with? यानी पॉजिटिव स्टेटमेंट जो ऑथर के हिसाब से है, ऑथर के अग्रीमेंट का स्टेटमेंट है. The judicial system reflects the same power relationship as those that exist in the society. Access to judicial system is determined more by a person's economic status such as wealth and income than by their social status such as religion and caste. The judicial system was made by the rich, for the rich, of the rich, none of the above. Right? So we'll try to understand this, what the author is trying to say with respect to access to judicial system. You will find all of these passages are with respect to judiciary. कौन approach कर सकता है, कौन नहीं कर सकता है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 की बात करें, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज द ऑथर मोस्ट लाइकली टू डिसएग्री विथ, यानी कि वो निगेटिव स्टेटमेंट अपने को ढूंढना है. तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 और 11 जो है वो हैंड ऑन हैंड चलेगा. ठीक है, ऑप्शंस देख लिए. अ ट्रूली रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डेमोक्रेसी वुड इंश्योर दैट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द पुअर आर आल्सो रिप्रेजेंटेड इन द जुडिशियल सिस्टम. आई मीन इट्स फेयर इनफ. इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ये तो सही बात है. द लॉ इंश्योर्स इक्वालिटी बोथ इन द टेक्स्ट एंड प्रैक्टिस. The poor suffer most at the hands of the lawyers and touts compared to judges who might still pronounce judgments in their favor from time to time. Okay, so this sounds like an opinion. We'll read from the passage. What makes reform of judicial administration a neutral area? Reform of judicial administration a neutral area. So we'll look into this particular question also. Persons across socioeconomic strata agree on the need to reform judicial administration. There is a consensus among political parties across the ideological and regional spectrum on reforms to judicial administration. Reforms to judicial administration do not favor one class of people over another, and reform of judicial administration is mandated by the constitution and thus lies beyond political considerations. So when we are reading this particular passage, now you know that before even reading the passage, what are the areas, what are the dimensions that we need to look into this. So we'll give a very quick and a slow reading, and you will try to ascertain the speed with which I am reading and I'm trying to comprehend. Okay, so it starts with the word the crisis of justice, which means this is indicating a problem to us. That is the subject matter of discussion in the media today. It is in the fact the crisis of justice for the middle class. Okay, so middle class is in the center frame. The main difference between India and the OECD countries or Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development is that whereas the middle class in these countries has reasonable access to justice, in India the middle class does not have access to justice. A vocal and a powerful middle class. So presumption is that Indian middle class is already very powerful and very vocal after the liberalization, privatization and globalization of 1991. It is demanding reasonable access to justice. Who is demanding? Middle class of India. Much of the judicial reform effort will help meet this demand. So in this particular passage, you know that it is talking about the access of justice to middle class families. The question of justice for the poor is an altogether different challenge. Okay, the question of justice for the poor. So above passage was about middle class. This particular paragraph is about the poor. The question of justice for the poor is altogether different challenge. No country in the world has been able to secure justice for the poor. If no country has been able to do so, definitely India will also not be able to do so, and it will be a bigger challenge for us because we are an emerging economy. Most of the jails of the richest countries in the world are also filled with the poorest. The masses are most often the victims of the criminal justice system than of the crime. In India as well, jails are mostly exclusively filled with the poor. The civil justice system is hardly accessible to them. They are often victimized. They are often victimized by lawyers, touts, and court staff. Who are victimized by the lawyers, courts and the court staff? The poor. They are docket excluded, which is a new type of untouchability. Now you don't know the meaning of the word docket excluded, but this particular paragraph is talking about that the poor are not able to access justice because they are being exploited by the staff members, the advocates and everything. They also do not know the language and the logic and the colonial and the feudal culture of the judicial system are alien to them. So the language of the court, the logic of the court means the legal systems, the legal languages, the Bayer Acts, that knowledge is not there. There is a colonial and the feudal culture, which means that only the zamindars, landholders are protected. People, those who do not have any land or very destitute or very poor, they are not protected by this particular system. It really takes cognizance of their needs and interests. Alright, so let us come to question number 8. What does the author mean by docket excluded in the second paragraph? The poor do not have access to justice system. This can be directly seen. Courts do not list bail petitions, so bail is out of context. It's not mentioned in the second paragraph. The poor reject the judicial system as being alien to their language and logic. It is talking about the poor reject the system. Poor do not listen to the court because they say कि तुम्हारा language foreign है. It is not like that. It is just telling you the fact that the language and the logic of the court is alien to them. How do poor react to this particular system? That is not mentioned here. So again, you cannot say that C would be the correct answer. Okay. If you talk about D, the rich are excluded from the country's prisons, which are mostly populated by the poor. Now this particular statement, though it is true as per the passage, but is not connected with the question. There is no connection of that with the question because you have to stick to the word docket excluded. Now docket excluded means that you are being set away from the system, entire system, and that is the context part. So A would be the correct answer. So that is like from the first two reading of the paragraph only we are able to do one question. Look at the third paragraph. Their main concern, whose main concern? The poor's main concern, therefore, is to escape the attention of the justice system, criminal and civil. Okay. Now they escape the attention of the justice system means that they do not want to come on limelight, they do not want to be seen, they do not want to go to courts and all of that. So if A Dalit person, Dalit means that he is socially deprived. Landless means that he is economically also deprived. In the interior of the Madhya Pradesh once gave me an insightful definition of a court from the perspective of the masses. A court is a place where you are forcibly taken by the police to be punished. No one goes to a court. So which means that people are not voluntarily going to the court unless and until the police is coming them. They have committed something, some offense and everything, and that is why the police is accessing or coming to them. In contrast, many lawyers and judges colloquially define court as temple of justice where rights are protected. In contrast, now this is the confusion that you are seeing, that people say, lawyers and judges say that these particular courts are temple of justice where rights are protected, but nobody, people from the masses, the poor population, do not want to enter these temples unless and until they are forcibly taken, and that is how they are evading the attention of the justice system. Okay, these sharply divergent visions, what is the divergent vision here? What is the difference in vision? So difference in vision with respect to people, those who are belonging to the court systems, people those who are able to access to the court systems, and the divergent vision of the people, those who are poor, destitute, and they are not able to access to the judicial systems, mean that justice for one section is often injustice for the another. So it's a simple statement. Protecting the livelihood of traditional taxi and auto drivers from predatory pricing by corporate app-based taxi providers by imaginatively using the available tools of law to delay their incursion would be seen by the rich and by the sections of the middle class as a failure of the judicial system, and possibly as also resulting in downgrading of the ease of doing business measure. However, the masses would see such a judicial intervention as a strong evidence of a good justice system. Although the conflict over competing visions of the nation and conflicting demands from social and economic segments have confined judicial reform of judicial administration mainly to the neutral areas such as process reform, procedural law, technology, planning and court case management, judge strength, and the workload of judges, there has been considerable improvement in these areas and the judicial system has improved its performance. So author is very, very optimistic about the performance of the judicial system. We'll try to crack the last paragraph word by word. नाउ इट इज़ गिविंग यू एन इंस्टेंस कि देखिए, अगर हमने ट्रेडिशनल टैक्सी ड्राइवर्स को हमें बचाना है, ऑटो ड्राइवर्स को हमें बचाना है, तो किस प्राइसेस से? प्रीडेटरी प्राइसेस से. प्रोटेक्टिंग द लाइवलीहुड ऑफ ट्रेडिशनल टैक्सी एंड ऑटो ड्राइवर्स फ्रॉम प्रीडेटरी प्राइसिंग बाय कॉर्पोरेट बेस्ड टैक्सी प्रोवाइडर्स. ओला 160 रुपये में आपको छोड़ेगी, है ना, और वहीं अगर नॉर्मल टैक्सी ड्राइवर से बात करोगे तो वो 200 रुपये में छोड़ेगा. तो आप मजबूर कर देते हो टैक्सी ड्राइवर को कि वो 40 रुपये कम कर दे, पहली चीज़, या आप प्रेफर ही नहीं करोगे टैक्सी ड्राइवर के साथ जाना क्योंकि आपको ओला सस्ते में ऑलरेडी छोड़ रही है और आपकी लोकेशन पे आपको लेने आ रही है. तो इस वजह से लाइवलीहुड ट्रेडिशनल टैक्सी और ऑटो ड्राइवर्स का इफेक्ट हो सकता है, राइट. और अगर इसको प्रोटेक्ट करना है बाय द अवेलेबल टूल्स ऑफ द लॉ, अगर कोर्ट सिस्टम ऐसा करता है तो इसको रिच और मिडिल क्लास सेक्शन बोलेगा कि आप क्या है, देखिए जुडिशियल सिस्टम फेल हो रहा है और जुडिशियल सिस्टम एक्चुअली ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस को डिमोट कर रहा है. ऐप बेस्ड टैक्सी जो कॉन्ग्लोमरेट्स हैं, ओला उबर है, इनके डेवलपमेंट में आप कहीं ना कहीं बाधक का काम कर रहे हैं. ऐसा कौन बोलेगा? ऐसे रिच और मिडिल क्लास के कुछ सेक्शन जो इन सर्विसेज को यूज़ करते हैं वो कोर्ट को बोलेंगे. लेकिन अगर आप मासेस के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें, गरीबों के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें, तो आपको दिखाई देगा कि अगर कोर्ट ऐसी जगह पे इंटरवीन करता है और कोर्ट कहता है कि नहीं कोई कॉर्पोरेट कंपनी, टैक्सी वाली कंपनी रेट इतना सस्ता नहीं कर सकती, तो वो गरीब को लगेगा कि यार ये देखो जस्टिस सिस्टम हमारे लिए, इट्स अ गुड जस्टिस सिस्टम. So it's just an instance. Protecting the taxi driver and all of this is not the primary theme. It's just an example that author is trying to tell you about the divergent visions, whether the court should interfere into the matters or not interfere into the matters. This is what the author is trying to explain you here, right? And when the court interferes, then there are two set of opinions. When the court does not interfere, then there are also two set of opinions. So although the conflict over competing visions of the nation and the conflicting demands from social and economic segments, there is a conflicted demand from social and economic segments also, which have confined the judicial reform of judicial administration, right, have confined judicial demand. So what is happening is that because different set of people look into the judiciary, look at judiciary as a different institution to fulfill their demands, right? So the reforms that have taken in the judicial administration are very, very neutral. They are not satisfying the demands of either of the section or either of the opinions. हाउ? बाय द कोर्ट हैज़ सिंपली स्टेटेड दैट देखिए हमें अपने प्रोसेस को रिफॉर्म कर देना है, हमें अपने कानून को रिफॉर्म कर देना है, टेक्नोलॉजी को हम अडॉप्ट कर लेंगे, केस मैनेजमेंट को बढ़िया करेंगे, जजेस की स्ट्रेंथ को बढ़ाएंगे और वर्कलोड ऑफ जजेस को मैनेज करने की कोशिश करेंगे ताकि एक्सेस टू जुडिशियल सिस्टम ना सही लेकिन एफिशिएंसी ऑफ जुडिशियल सिस्टम ज़रूर सुधर जाए. क्योंकि आप किसी भी पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन को फेवर नहीं कर सकते, तो उसके हिसाब से अपने जुडिशियल रिफॉर्म्स करे ही नहीं है. सो नाउ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट ओके दिस वाज नॉट एन डिफिकल्ट पैसेज एंड दिस इज वन सच पैसेज. इफ देयर आर 6 क्वेश्चंस दैट यू विल स्कोर 6 आउट ऑफ 6, देयर इज नो स्कोर फॉर 5 आउट ऑफ 6. ठीक है, ये पैसेज वो है जो 6/6 का देगा स्कोर आपको, और इससे कम अगर आप कुछ आ रहा है तो यू आर रियली नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर क्लाट. यू शुड एक्चुअली ज्वाइन अ कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन, मेंटोर इंस्टीट्यूशन, जहाँ पे वो आपको क्वेश्चन बाय क्वेश्चन, पैसेज बाय पैसेज, लाइन बाय लाइन जैसे मैं लेके जा रहा हूँ वैसे आपको लेके जाएं और आपकी रीजनिंग समझाएं हर एक क्वेश्चन के पीछे. अब देखिए सेंट्रल थीम ऑफ द पैसेज की बात करिए तो अब आप पहले तो चूज़ कर लीजिए अपने 4 ऑप्शंस को पढ़ के, प्लीज़ पिक योर ऑप्शन. ठीक है, तब आपको पता चलेगा कि आप सही कर रहे हैं कि गलत कर रहे हैं. तो प्रैक्टिस ऑफ अनटचेबिलिटी टेक्स वेरियस फॉर्म्स इन मॉडर्न इंडिया, ये एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा. द इमेजिनेशन ऑफ जस्टिस फॉर द रिच एंड द पुअर इज वास्टली डिफरेंट, दिस कैन बी सीन इन द पैसेज. Addressing the judge strength, caseload management does not affect the performance of the judicial system is quite contradictory to what the author is saying. Protecting the livelihood of traditional taxi drivers is contrary to the goals of ease of doing business. Now, this is what one section of the community is saying. Number one reason to eliminate it. Second, this is not the central theme. This is one of the examples that the author has taken. So again, it is eliminated and we are left with B. So B is the correct answer. Question number 8 we have already done. Coming to question number 9. Which of the following words best describe the experience of different segments of the people with justice system? How the people are seeing the justice system? So give and take relationship? No. Effective? No. Interdependent? Not at all. It is conflicting. Everybody has a different set of vision for judiciary. Okay. Question number 10. Which of the following statement is the author most likely to agree with? Most likely to agree with. तो author जो बातें कह रहा है उसके हिसाब की बातें देख लेते हैं. The judicial system reflects the same power relationship as those that exist in the society. Power relationships in the society, I am doubtful where it was mentioned. Access to the judicial system is determined by a person's economic status such as wealth and income than by their social status such as religion and caste. The judicial system was made by the rich, for the rich, of the rich. None of the above. Now see, C can't be there because C is eliminated. D is also eliminated. Now we are left with A and B. We'll try to figure out what is the best thing because we are getting confused between A and B. Now, if you see that it is talking about power dynamics, power relationship that exist in the society. In the passage, there are two societal contexts that they have mentioned: poor, middle class, and the rich. Okay. Now, if you see, the judicial system reflects the same power relationships that poor is able to not access and rich is able to access. Access to the judicial system is determined more by a person's economic status, as wealth and income than by their social status such as religion and caste. So when I read this particular statement, I am left to wonder that author has nowhere indicated this thing कि यार अगर तुम अमीर हो तो तुम्हें judicial system access मिल जाएगा. Author is only indicating the problem that is there. Okay. It is not establishing a fact. So in A and B, both are very, very close and you are bound to do the mistake, but you will mark A more. क्यों करोगे? क्योंकि आपको देखिए पैसेज में ये देखिए आपको फैक्ट्स जो हैं, करंट मौजूदा स्थिति जो है उसको वो आप बता रहे हैं. ठीक है, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है वर्ड डिटरमिन्ड. एक्सेस टू द जुडिशियल सिस्टम इज डिटरमिन्ड बाय अ रिच पर्सन will be able to reach to the court, a poor person will not be able to reach to the court. That is not the way. Access to judicial system is not determined by that. Access to judicial system is uniform. But right now society का criticism यही है कि अमीर जा रहा है और गरीब अवॉइड कर रहा है. तो 10th A जो है वो ज़्यादा सही है. B जो है वो ओवर्ट स्टेटमेंट है, ओवर द टॉप जा रहा है, मतलब ज़बरदस्ती एजर्ट कर रहा है अपनी बात को. तो B सही नहीं है एंड दैट इज़ नॉट वेयर द ऑथर हैज़ ऑल्सो हाईलाइटेड दिस. 11th की बात करें, अब आपको ऑथर के अगेंस्ट वाला स्टेटमेंट देखना है. तो पहले तो हम वो चूज़ कर लें ऑथर के हिसाब वाले कौन से स्टेटमेंट्स हैं. जो स्टेटमेंट्स है वो एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. एक ट्रूली रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डेमोक्रेसी ये इंश्योर करती है कि इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द पुअर आर ऑल्सो रिप्रेजेंटेड. सो दिस इज व्हाट द ऑथर इज स्टेटिंग एंड दैट इज व्हाई दिस कांट बी द आंसर. द लॉ इंश्योर्स इक्वालिटी बोथ इन टेक्स्ट एंड इन प्रैक्टिस. दिस इज नॉट मैंशनड इन द पैसेज. पहली बात तो ये मैंशनड भी नहीं किया है तो इसलिए इसको डॉट मारेंगे. The poor suffer the most at the hands of the lawyers and touts and compared to the judges who might still pronounce judgments in their favor from time to time. This is what also the author is exactly saying and that is why it can't be the answer. So once A is eliminated, D is eliminated, C is eliminated, we are left with no but B, even if we do not find B to be there. तो याद रखिएगा डिसएग्री स्टेटमेंट्स, वीकनिंग स्टेटमेंट्स बहुत बार ऐसे ही स्टेटमेंट्स होंगे जो पैसेज में मेंशन नहीं होंगे एंड दैट इज वन वे टू सॉल्व द वीकनिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट्स और डिसएग्रीमेंट वाले क्वेश्चंस. वट एवर स्टेटमेंट्स आर नॉट मेंशनड इन द पैसेज, इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ द पैसेज, आंख बंद करके उसको मार्क कर दीजिए. देखिए पैसेज में कहीं पे भी नहीं लिखा था कि लॉ किस तरह की इक्वालिटी इंश्योर करता है टेक्स्ट और प्रैक्टिस में. इट वॉज नॉट मेंशनड इन द पैसेज एंड दैट इज वेयर द ऑथर विल लाइक टू डिसएग्री विद. नाउ देयर आर वेज टू अगेन जस्टिफाई बी, बट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू द वेज to mark B and not mark A, C and D in your examination. So I am not training you ki how to approach these passages, but I am training you how to solve these passages live in the paper itself when you are solving the paper. ठीक है, हम लॉजिक्स नहीं यूज़ कर पाते, हम ट्रिक्स यूज़ करते हैं पेपर में. नाउ व्हाट मेक्स द जुडिशल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के रिफॉर्म्स अ न्यूट्रल एरिया. मैंने आपको क्या बताया था कि जुडिशरी ने खुद को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में बदलाव किए किसी एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ग को सुधारने के लिए नहीं, किसी एक वर्ग को फेवर करने के लिए नहीं, बल्कि ऐसी चीज़ें जो कोर्ट के एफिशिएंसी को क्या कर सके, बराबर कर सके. तो व्हाट मेक्स रिफॉर्म ऑफ जुडिशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इन न्यूट्रल एरिया. So persons across socio-economic strata agree on the need to reform judicial administration. There is a consensus among political parties. So political parties is nowhere mentioned, be eliminated. Reforms to judicial administration do not favor one class of people over another. Reform of judicial administration is mandated by the constitution. So D is also eliminated, out of context है. Now we are left with A and we are left with C. कि जुडिशल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन न्यूट्रल क्यों हो जाता है. सी कहता है रिफॉर्म्स टू जुडिशल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डू नॉट फेवर वन क्लास ऑफ पीपल ओवर अनदर. Persons across socio-economic strata agree on the need to reform judicial administration. Can you tell me where the persons of social strata has mentioned that there is a need to reform? कहाँ गरीबों ने कहा और कहाँ अमीरों ने कहा कि हमें कानून व्यवस्था में परिवर्तन करने की ज़रूरत है. ऐसा कहा है क्या? तो ए तो कहा नहीं है, लेकिन देखिए रिफॉर्म्स टू जुडिशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डू नॉट फेवर वन क्लास ऑफ पीपल ओवर अनदर एंड दैट इज वाई ऑथर हैज स्टेटेड दैट ये न्यूट्रल है. तो 12th का सी जो है is a direct reflection of what is mentioned in the passage. It is as simple as that. Are you following me? It is as simple as that, and that is where you will get all the answers correct. Let's see. So please remember this, that this particular examination, now I will take you through the passages, one passages per day. One passage per day I'll take you through pre-IQs. Please subscribe to this particular channel. At least you will be able to see ki how to approach this particular paper. In a very short span of time, you will develop all the tricks and the traits that is required for this particular examination. Please, 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 if you are really finding this video helpful, imagine what would be the kind of, direction, the kind of pedagogy, the kind of teaching that we do in our regular program, CLAT Mini program. It's a very cost-effective program, pocket-friendly program. 5,000 rupees per month दे के आप हफ्ते में 5 दिन की क्लासेस कर सकते हैं. सारे सब्जेक्ट्स की क्लासेस आपको दी जाती हैं और ऑलमोस्ट 2.5 घंटे की क्लास डेली चलती है. हाईलाइटेड न्यूज़पेपर आपको दिया जाएगा, रेलेवेंट करंट अफेयर्स के वीकली शीट्स आपको दिए जाएंगे. लाइव क्लास में हम आपको करंट अफेयर्स के नोट्स भी बनवा देंगे, आपके लिए घर के लिए कोई काम नहीं छोड़ेंगे. इंपॉर्टेंट एडिटोरियल्स में जिसमें आपको डाउट है वो आप मुझसे डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हैं, मैं वॉइस नोट से आपको एडिटोरियल समझा दूंगा. कोई भी रेलेवेंट XYZ कोचिंग का आप मॉक सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, उसको कोई भी पैसेज आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, क्वेश्चन नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, तो मैं 24 आवर्स के अंदर आपके व्हाट्सएप पे आपके डाउट्स भी क्लियर कर देता हूँ. एंड आई एम अवेलेबल जब भी आप कभी भी डिमोटिवेटेड फील कर रहे हो. तो मैंने इस सीरीज़ में यहाँ पे सोचा है कि मैं वन पैसेज पर डे के हिसाब से आपको पास्ट ईयर के जितने भी पैसेजेस आए हैं सब सॉल्व करवाऊंगा. तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कर लीजिए. और आप अगर 2025 की प्रिपरेशन करने का सोच रहे हैं, सो प्लीज़ कम एंड ज्वाइन क्लैट मिनी प्रोग्राम. दिस वाज हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी साइनिंग ऑफ फ्रॉम लेक्स प्रेप टुडे. आई सी यू गाइज इन द नेक्स्ट.